If you're looking for classic Wichita luxury, tree-lined streets, and homes built around one of the best golf clubs in the city, this neighborhood should absolutely be on your radar. Today, we're exploring the Crestview Country Club, one of Wichita's most established and sought-after golf course communities. I'll show you what it's like to live here, what homes typically cost, and why this neighborhood has been attracting buyers for decades. If we haven't met yet, I'm Joseph Hamer. I'm a local realtor here in Wichita, and this channel is all about giving you insider knowledge on Wichita's best neighborhoods before you ever buy or sell. And Crestview is a great example of a neighborhood that has stood the test of time. Crestview Country Club sits on the northeast side of Wichita near 13th and Webb, just a few minutes from the waterfront and Bradley Fair area. So you get this really interesting combination of quiet residential streets and easy access to some of the best shopping and dining on the east side of Wichita. Downtown is also just about 15 minutes away, and with major highways nearby, getting across the city is actually pretty easy. But the real centerpiece of this square mile neighborhood is Crestview Country Club itself, which, by the way, has been a major part of Wichita's golf and social scene for literally generations. The lifestyle here is centered around the golf course and the club community. Crestview actually has two 18-hole championship golf courses, which is pretty unique for Wichita. There's also tennis, a pool, dining, and a clubhouse that host events throughout the year. For members, the club becomes a big part of everyday life. You'll see people heading out for morning golf rounds, families spending time at the pool in the summer, and social events happening throughout the entire year at the clubhouse. But even if you're not a member, the neighborhood itself has a really appealing feel. The streets are mature, tree-lined, and quiet, which gives it a very different atmosphere compared to newer developments and, quite frankly, most of around Wichita. Many of these homes sit along the golf course with views of the fairways and greens. That combination of golf, mature landscaping, and established homes is a big reason why buyers continue to be drawn here. Homes in Crestview are largely custom homes built between the 1980s through the early 2000s, and that means you're going to see a variety of architecture and design. Some of the homes have been beautifully renovated with no pennies spared, while others still reflect, let's call it, the original character of the neighborhood. Now, prices range here vary quite a bit depending on the location, the updates, and many of those top selling homes that have golf course views also have over 5,000 square feet. Recently, homes north and east of the golf course in North Point range between 725,000 and 850,000, while homes in the Pinnacle have sold between the mid 600s and up to 1.2 million. You also have this section nearby that's called the Villas at Crestview, and those range from the upper 300s to the mid 600s, depending on, of course, the size and if they have a golf course view. One of the things that buyers appreciate here is that homes tend to have larger lots and mature trees. If you remember my last view talking about the waterfront, who intentionally has smaller lots, sometimes people tend to come over to the Crestview area because of these large, mature lots. It's something that's just harder to find around Wichita, and especially in those newer neighborhoods. Crestview tends to attract buyers who appreciate established neighborhoods, classic architecture, and not just the serious weekend golfers. You're going to see professionals, business owners, and established families who enjoy that quiet residential feel but still want to be close to East Wichita amenities. It's also popular with those who want the golf course living without moving into a brand new development. There's a sense of history here that a lot of people really enjoy. And for relocation buyers specifically, Crestview often stands out because it feels more mature, it feels more private, and it certainly feels more well established. A couple of things that you should know if you're considering buying around the Crestview area. is that first, many of these homes were built several decades ago, and a lot of them have had renovations, but a few homes need to be modernized. And so, if you see a home on the market, there's a chance if you want to find a home in this neighborhood, you may have to bring it up to today's standard. Now, second is that inventory can be fairly limited because people that tend to move here stay here once they move in. And the other thing is that most homes here sell within the first 2 weeks. So when a home does come up for sale, you have to be ready to act fast. Finally, if you're interested in the golf and club amenities, Crestview Country Club membership is a separate thing from the home ownership. So if you're not a golfer, that means you're not wasting money on a golf club membership. And if you are a golfer, that means that's something else that you need to think about when you're buying in the area. If you like the idea of this golf course living, of mature trees, and being in one of Wichita's most established neighborhoods, this area around Crestview Country Club is definitely worth a closer look. And if you want help comparing neighborhoods around Crestview with the waterfront or other areas out east, feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'm here to help you understand the different parts of Wichita before you ever make a move. And again, the biggest way you can support me is by hitting that like, subscribe, notification button. Leave a comment if you know what neighborhood I should be taking a dive into next. Thank you again. Joseph Hamer, I'm out.